Sambho Mahadev. Friends, today you are in one of the best temples, Sri Kalahastishwara temple in Sri Kalahasti. Okay, Sri Kalahasti is located just 36 kilometers away from Tirupati. If you are ever visiting Tirupati, one of the places you don't want to miss is Sri Kalahasti. This temple here is one of the very old temple with great legends. We are going to say not only it is so beautiful inside out, but it is surrounded by two mountains on both the sides, and one of the very incredible river. I'm going to go through in another video on the greatness of this river, Swarnamukhi. Okay, the river that was brought in by the tapas of Akasya Mahamuni and also granted by Brahmaji himself is running on the sides of this temple. You know, the other hill, one of the two hills is the Kannappa hills, where the sage Kannappa, the hunter Kannappa, who gave his eyes to Lord Shiva and became his dear one and became a poet instantaneously from an uneducated hunter to a evergreen poet. It's an incredible temple with a lot of legends. Just follow us. Okay, now what is Sri Kalahasti? Is the Sri Kalahastishwara here is one of the 5 Panjabhutas Linka. Panjabhutas. You know, the Panjabhuta Linka, you know, what are Panjabhutas? Earth, Agni, water, Vayu and Akash. Sri Kalahasti is a Vayu Linga. Okay? What is the speciality about it? When you go into the temple, when you go into the Garbhagraha, okay, you will see a lamp there. Okay, you have to keep in mind there is no windows there. There is no way for air there. But even after the door is being shut, the lamp flickers and moves and says you the presence of the Vayu. Okay, the Vayu Linga is real and you will able to experience it. And here is the place where Vayu Bhagavan himself came and worshipped and did tapas and got blessed. The main linga here is untouched by human beings, because even the pujaris do only abhishek to the Vigraha Murti, okay, or Ustava Murti, and the main Shivling is being protected. And this Shivling here is a Swayambhu, white in color, okay, and it is a very interesting story you are going to hear. Okay, now my goal is simple. You know, you are going to experience being in Kalahasti, Sri Kalahasti. Now, what is Sri Kalahasti? Sri stands for spider. Okay, Sri stands for spider. Kala means sarpa, the snake, and Hasti means elephant. So, Sri Kalahasti temple is associated with these 3 incredible living beings, one spider, one sarpa, the snake, and the elephant. Okay, the legend goes that the spider once discovered there was a beautiful linga here. Okay, and so he wanted to build a temple. Spider, folks, spider. Okay, he wanted to build a temple with the web. Okay, spider web. So he is making a beautiful nest over the top of the Shivling so that the rain doesn't come. He can be protected from the sun, you know, all the natural things and etc. But you know what? Whenever the rain falls, they say that the droplets used to hang from the spider web, and it used to look like a pearl decorated on the Shivling. Okay, it goes like that. But you know what? One fine day, Shivji really wanted to test the spider, because so far the Vayu Bhagavan, Vayu, has come and tested him many times. The wind will blow off the spider web, and guess what? The spider will redo the web again, because he wanted his God, his Bhagavan, Shivling, to have shelter on the head. Okay, and he was doing that. Okay, can you believe that? And today, on this fine day, this Shivji wanted to test the spider, so what he did was he invoked Agni from his third eye and burned the spider web. And so, on seeing this, the heartbroken spider was again fastly making the spider web again and again and again and again and again and again. But the flame was so big, it was non-stop, and it was coming and burned. And tired spider gave up at some point of time. In despair, he fell in the fire and gave up the life. Okay, and before he was about to give up the life, Shivji gives darshan to the spider and gives him moksha and asks him his wish. And he asks for moksha, the spider. Okay, and Shivji grants him that one. Okay, and now comes the Kala and the Hasti, the snake and the elephant. Okay, the snake and the elephant, they both see this linga, the most attractive. Anything you pray for from your bottom of your heart, anything you pray with a pure devotion, you get blessed for. Okay, that linga was there in the forest, and the snake and the elephant see them separately. Okay, so the snake becomes a devotee in the similar time when the elephant also becomes a devotee of Shivji, and the snake will come and clean up the place and do puja for him with the ratna stones, ratnam. The navaratnas, they say the snake will do pujas and he will go. And then the elephant will come. And the elephant will come, he didn't know what stones they were. He will be cleaning up that place and he will bring water in his trunk from the Swarnamukhi river, the holy Swarnamukhi river, and do Abhishekam on top of Shivji and do Archana with the Vilva leaves. Okay, Vilva leaves and flowers, etc. And he will go home. And then the morning, again the snake will come and he will see all his stones were thrown out and there are some flowers and leaves which he didn't understand what it was. So he will clean up that one and again he will do puja with the Ratna stones. And this was going on for day in and day out and day in and day out. Okay, unbelievable. But irrespective of both the snake and the elephant being devotees, they kind of created enmity for each other because they thought the other person is an enemy who is trying to interfere in their way of doing puja and they are throwing things off, and like that they were creating a hatred for the other living being in their heart. Okay, one day this happened. Snake didn't show up. He was hiding and seeing to see who is coming there. And guess what? Okay, the elephant came there and he did the puja with the water, Abhishek and Archana with the Vilva leaves and the flowers. Next day, snake decided he hurled himself into the leaves and the flowers. And guess what? The elephant came and the elephant was trying to take the flowers after the Abhishek and do the Archana. And that time he goes through the trunk and bites him in the head, and with the pain of the poison and the bite, the elephant couldn't take it no more. He hits his head again and again on the shivling, asking for protection and saving himself from this torture, and he gives up his life. And in the same time, the snake also gives up the life. And guess what? Now Shivji comes up and appreciates both of its devotion and says that we have to respect each other's way of worship and you cannot treat others as an enemy. He teaches that to them and gives them the moksha. And on the respect of these three creatures, what happens is, now if you go to Sri Kalahasti, the shivling himself is white in color and looks like a trunk of the elephant, representing the elephant. Okay, and on the top of the shivling, you will see the hood, representing the snake. And when you see from the top, you will see the spider structure on the bottom. And this represents Sri, Kala and the Hasti. That makes it Sri Kalahasti. Okay, this is an incredible place, folks. Not only this is so good. This temple is a place where you can come with your heavy heart or whatever desires you have. You can come here and that will get fulfilled. And this temple has many greatness in it. This temple, what you see here, is built by Cholas, Pallavas, and then even the Vijayanagara famous king Krishna Devaraya also have done a lot of work in this temple. You will see that. Okay, it's an incredible temple. When you see the linga or anything that goes around the main area of the Karpagraha, you will see the antiques. Everything is at least 1,000 years old. Okay, as far as science can find out. Okay, but this is a Swayambhuling, white in color. Okay, and then what else happened? Here, Ragu Kedu Dosha Nivarti. For that, many people have Ragu Kedu Dosha. They come here from near and far to do puja. Around the world they come here. Okay, people who come to Tirupati, many people go there, and guess what? They do puja there. Rahu Kedu puja. Rahu and Kedu are the planets in the Navagrahas for which they do the puja. One of the very important thing you should notice in this temple is for Grahana, all the temple shuts down and they clean the temple after the Grahana, right? You should know that. But this temple is kept open for the Grahana because it doesn't get affected by the Grahana. And people come here for Rahu Kedu dosha. People also come here to do for Sarpa dosha. You see, the people who don't have kids, people who didn't get married, who have sickness, employment problem, money problem, and more. They all come here for all their worldly desires. Sri Kalahastishwaras blesses them. Mataji here, Parvati Mata, is also, here, who in the human form did tapas back to attain Shivji. Okay, and there's a great history behind it. And you will also see Kannappa Nayanar statue here, or deity here, Kannappa Nayana, who became the hunter who turned into the sage. And you will see the deity here too. And it's an incredible temple, folks. You should visit. You should visit. There is no question about it. Sambho Mahadev.